What's up YouTube? This video is for anyone who's planning to get into Airsoft or maybe has already tried out Airsoft and wants to know where to go from there. So first and foremost, I recommend you go play at a field or get some experience with Airsoft, maybe run some equipment, borrow a friend's gun, something like that, before you go out and spend a lot of money. That being said, for a first beginner starting gun, there are a couple good ones, one of which is the Elite Force M4. Now the Elite Force M4 is a polymer bodied metal gearbox weapon. Metal gearbox means it can be upgraded, downgraded, the spring can be changed. It also has a quick change spring, so you can go from an M90 spring, which will make it shoot just not very hard, to maybe I think the top one that it can take is an M120, which will make it shoot over 400 feet per second. At most indoor fields, the limit is 300 feet per second, well 350 feet per second with a .2 gram BB. I'll get into the difference between BBs in just a second. There's also a AK. I think it's a Sima AK. There's like the Romanian. There's a couple different ones. I'll post a link in the descriptions. The AKs themselves, they are polymer body with metal internals, metal barrel, metal gearbox, stuff like that. So they can be upgraded and downgraded. They also come with a 600 round magazine, which is a big plus. Generally, you'll have to break it in a little bit, which just means put a few thousand rounds through it before you take it to indoor field, just to make sure it's well broken in so the spring isn't as tight and it will shoot better. With AKs and Elite Forces, or any general cheaper M4, they're good for indoor and outdoor. Indoor they more excel at because they're smaller, but they do have the barrel length and you can adjust the hop up, which a hop up is a little piece of rubber or a piece of metal that when you adjust a little knob or switch or something like that, depends on what type of gun you have, it will go down and put a backspin on the BB, which acts like rifling in a real rifle. Which rifling, if you don't know, is a groove in the barrel that will make the bullet spin, or the whatever you still happen to be firing, which will make it more accurate. Well, the backspin on the BB will make it more accurate and make it go a little bit farther. With the different weights of BBs, there's like a .12, which you can get at Walmart, pretty much anywhere. I wouldn't recommend putting those in a metal gearbox weapon. Reason being is because if you break it, unless you know how to work on it yourself, it's a little bit harder to work on. So say a BB shatters and it breaks your piston and blows out your nubbing, which is the little rubber piece between the barrel and the gearbox. I'd recommend taking it to where I work. I work at an Airsoft store. Take it there, it's gonna be like 40 bucks to repair, stuff like that. Versus if you had just gotten the .2 gram BBs, you would have been it would have been more accurate and you wouldn't have had that problem. Granted, everything, because their machines are gonna break down eventually, but because you're using better quality ammunition, they're not going to break down as easily. The difference between the .12 grams and .2 grams is basically the weight of the BB. The heavier the weight, the less wind will affect it, but also the slower the round will go. So let's say I was using a .2 gram in my Tavor. It shoots about 360 feet per second, but if I use a .25, it shoots about 300 to 390. So it's a big difference, but it'll shoot a little bit less, not as far, but it'll be more accurate getting there. For masks, I'd recommend, if you're just playing at an indoor field, just regular safety glasses, and then over the safety glasses get a full face mesh mask. The reason you want safety glasses underneath is if anyone's using cheap BBs or something like that, just if it hits your goggles, the mesh, it has a chance to fragment. Well, the fragment will hit the safety glasses underneath instead of your eyes, which has happened to me before, and I wasn't wearing safety glasses and it hurt really bad. All you really need is your magazine and a mask, your weapon, magazine, mask, and ammo. If you wanted to get a vest, I'd recommend getting a Lancer Tactical cross-draw vest. The cross-draw comes with 4 magazine slots for rifle mags, 3 pistol mag slots, a holster, and depending on which model you get, the holster can have a magazine on it. They also come with a area for a hydration pouch, which hydration pouches are really nice. Carry water, not getting dehydrated. When you're out there playing, if you're not using hydration, like a camel pack or something like that, to stay hydrated, especially in the summer or winter time, I'd say use like one of the little bottles of Gatorade and a regular bottle of water, 1-to-1, so that you're still getting what's the word? I can't remember the word right now. But the water will hydrate you while the electrolytes will keep you nice and alert. Other than that, I think that's about it. Have a good day, YouTube.